Do you ever find yourself thinking about the years ahead? Maybe you look back on the decades that have flown by and wonder what the next chapter holds. It's natural to think about things like energy levels, staying active, and simply enjoying life as the years pass. But there's often an unspoken worry. Isn't there a fear that as we age, decline is inevitable? That reaching those really advanced years, like 90 or beyond, feels less like a possibility and more like something reserved for others. Maybe people with different genes or just plain luck. It can feel disheartening sometimes, seeing friends or family face challenges that seem linked just to the number of candles on their cake. But what if there was something more to it? What if living a long, vibrant life wasn't just down to chance? There are simple, everyday habits, things you can start doing right now, that researchers have linked not just to feeling better today, but to significantly increasing your chances of living well into your 90s and beyond, full of life and vitality. In this video, we're going to explore 6 of these powerful habits. They might seem small on their own, but together, they paint a picture of a life lived long and well. Stick around to the very end, because there's something about these habits, when you see them all together, that might just surprise you. Let's dive straight into these habits, starting with one that might seem obvious, but its importance at this stage of life truly cannot be overstated. The first habit that often shows someone is on the path to living a long, thriving life well into their 90s is simply this. They prioritize moving their body every single day. Now, this isn't about training for a marathon or hitting the gym for hours of intense workouts. It's about incorporating gentle, consistent movement into your daily routine. Think about it. Our bodies were designed to move. As we get older, if we stop moving, everything starts to stiffen up. Our joints feel creaky, our muscles weaken, our balance might become less steady. It's a vicious cycle. The less we move, the harder it is to move, and the more likely we are to experience falls or lose our independence. But someone who consistently moves, even just a little bit, is actively fighting against that decline. Why is daily movement so powerful for longevity? Well, for starters, it keeps your cardiovascular system healthy. A strong heart and healthy blood vessels are fundamental to preventing so many age-related illnesses like heart disease and stroke, which are major factors in living a long life. When you walk, when you stretch, when you garden, you get your blood flowing, delivering vital oxygen and nutrients to every cell in your body, including your brain. This is why daily movement is also linked to sharper cognitive function and a lower risk of dementia. It helps maintain muscle mass and bone density, which are absolutely crucial for maintaining strength, stability, and preventing fractures as you age. Think about the simple things this allows you to keep doing: climbing stairs, carrying groceries, playing with grandchildren, getting in and out of a chair easily. These aren't trivial. They are the building blocks of independence and quality of life in your later years. So, what does prioritizing daily movement actually look like? It's much simpler than you might think. It could be a brisk walk around the block or through a park every morning. Even 20 to 30 minutes can make a world of difference. If walking is difficult, it could be doing some gentle stretching exercises while sitting in a chair. There are wonderful online resources for chair yoga or seated exercises. It could be spending time in your garden, tending to plants, which involves bending, lifting, and reaching. It could be dancing to your favorite music in your living room. The key is consistency and finding something you enjoy so you'll stick with it. If you're just starting, begin slowly. Even 5 or 10 minutes a day is better than nothing. Listen to your body, and don't push yourself to the point of pain. The goal is gentle persistence, not performance. Adding even small bursts of activity throughout the day helps. Standing up and walking around during television commercial breaks. Parking a little further away from the shop entrance. Taking the stairs for one flight instead of the elevator. These micro movements add up. People who live long, Healthy lives didn't necessarily run marathons their whole lives, but they likely kept their bodies engaged and moving regularly, making it a non-negotiable part of their day. Just like brushing their teeth. It's about making movement a habit, something you do without really thinking about it, because it feels natural and good for you. It's an investment in your future mobility and vitality. It keeps the machinery running smoothly, allowing you to continue enjoying the physical aspects of life for many years to come. Now, beyond keeping the body moving, what we put into our bodies is just as fundamental. This brings us to the second habit common among those who enjoy long, healthy lives. They nourish their bodies with simple, whole foods. Again, this isn't about following fatty diets or restricting yourself severely. It's about making conscious choices to eat foods that provide the fuel and nutrients your body needs to function optimally as it ages. Think of your body like a cherished old car. If you want it to run well for a long time, you don't fill it with junk. You use good quality fuel and oil. Your body is infinitely more complex and deserving of that same care. People who thrive in their 90s often have a dietary pattern that is rich in vegetables, fruits, whole grains, lean proteins, and healthy fats. This often looks like a diet similar to the Mediterranean style of eating, which has been studied extensively for its links to longevity. What does this mean in practical terms? It means your plate is often colorful, filled with a variety of vegetables and fruits. These provide essential vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants that protect your cells from damage and reduce inflammation, a root cause of many age-related diseases. It means choosing whole grain bread and pasta over refined white versions, opting for brown rice or oats, which provide fiber for good digestion and stable energy levels. It means getting protein from sources like fish, poultry, beans, lentils, and nuts, which helps maintain muscle mass and keeps you feeling full and satisfied. And it means including healthy fats from sources like olive oil, avocados, nuts, and seeds, which are vital for brain health and reducing inflammation. Equally important is how they eat. It's often less about calorie counting and more about mindful eating, paying attention to hunger and fullness cues, savoring meals, and often sharing food with others. Hydration is also key. Drinking enough water throughout the day is crucial for digestion, circulation, and overall cellular function. As we age, our sense of thirst can diminish, making it even more important to make a conscious effort to drink water regularly. Making these dietary changes doesn't have to be overwhelming. Start small. Try adding an extra vegetable to your dinner plate tonight. Swap sugary drinks for water or herbal tea. Have a piece of fruit as a snack instead of biscuits. Include a source of lean protein with each meal. Maybe explore some simple recipes that use ingredients like lentils or chickpeas. It's about making gradual, sustainable changes that become part of your lifestyle, not a temporary fix. The people living long, healthy lives aren't usually eating highly processed foods, excessive amounts of sugar, or unhealthy fats on a regular basis. They understand that food is medicine, and they choose to fuel their bodies with what helps them flourish. This commitment to nourishing eating provides the essential building blocks for a resilient body that is better equipped to fend off illness and maintain vitality for many, many years. Now, while physical activity and healthy eating are absolutely foundational, living a long life isn't just about the physical body. Our social and emotional well-being play an equally critical role, leading us to the next vital habit. Moving on from the physical side of things, the third habit that often stands out in people who live vibrant lives into their 90s is their commitment to staying connected with others. This is sometimes overlooked, but strong social ties are incredibly protective as we age. Think about it. Loneliness and isolation can cast a long shadow. Feeling alone, having no one to talk to, share experiences with, or rely on can take a serious toll on both our mental and physical health. It's been linked to increased stress, higher rates of depression and anxiety, and even a weakened immune system. On the flip side, Having meaningful connections provides support, a sense of belonging, reduces stress, and adds immeasurable richness and joy to life. People who thrive in their later years actively nurture their relationships. This doesn't necessarily mean having a huge circle of friends, but rather having a few close, trusted connections. This could be family members, children, grandchildren, siblings, or it could be lifelong friends, or even newer friends made through activities or community groups. The quality of the connection is more important than the quantity. Having someone you can call just to chat, someone to share a cup of tea with, or someone who will check in on you makes a profound difference. So, how do you cultivate this habit of staying connected? It requires effort. Just like any other habit, it might mean making a conscious decision to pick up the phone and call a friend or family member regularly, instead of waiting for them to call you. It could involve scheduling regular get-togethers, whether it's a weekly coffee morning, a monthly lunch, or just dropping by each other's homes. Joining clubs or groups that align with your interests is a fantastic way to meet new people and build connections. Whether it's a book club, a gardening group, a walking club, or a craft circle. These provide opportunities for shared experiences and easy conversation starters. Volunteering is another wonderful way to connect with others while also contributing to your community. A double win for well-being. Even engaging with neighbors can make a difference. A friendly wave, a quick chat over the fence, or helping each other out can build a sense of local connection. For those with mobility issues, technology can be a lifeline. Learning to use video calls to see and talk to family who live far away can bridge distances and keep relationships strong. The key is being proactive and making social interaction a priority. It's easy to become homebound, especially if mobility is limited or you've lost a spouse or friends. But actively seeking out connection is a powerful habit that supports a long, happy life. Those who live well into their 90s often have a strong network they can lean on and share their lives with, which provides resilience and joy. Now, shifting from our social world to our inner world, our ability to rest and recharge is just as vital for longevity. This leads us to the fourth habit of long-lived individuals. They prioritize quality sleep. It's a myth that older adults need less sleep. While sleep patterns might change as we age, you might wake up more often during the night or find yourself going to bed earlier and waking earlier. The need for sufficient, restorative sleep remains crucial. Most adults, including older adults, still need around 7 to 8 hours of sleep per night for optimal health. Why is sleep so important for living a long and healthy life? Sleep is when your body and brain do essential maintenance work. During sleep, your body repairs tissues, synthesizes hormones, and consolidates memories. It plays a critical role in immune function. Getting enough sleep helps your body fight off infections. Poor sleep, on the other hand, is linked to a whole host of health problems, including increased risk of heart disease, stroke, diabetes, depression, and cognitive decline. Chronic sleep deprivation weakens your body's ability to repair itself and makes you more vulnerable to illness. People who live long, healthy lives tend to have good sleep habits. They respect their body's need for rest and make it a priority. So, what does prioritizing quality sleep look like? It involves establishing a consistent sleep routine. This means trying to go to bed and wake up around the same time each day, even on weekends. This helps regulate your body's internal clock. Creating a relaxing bedtime ritual can signal to your body that it's time to wind down. This could involve reading a book, taking a warm bath, listening to calming music, or practicing gentle stretching or meditation. Making your bedroom a sleep sanctuary is also important. Keep it cool, dark, and quiet. Limit exposure to screens, TVs, phones, tablets, in the hour or two before bed, as the blue light they emit can interfere with sleep. Be mindful of what you consume before bed. Avoid caffeine and alcohol in the evening, and try not to eat a heavy meal close to bedtime. While a little physical activity during the day supports good sleep, Avoid vigorous exercise too close to bedtime. If you have trouble sleeping, getting out of bed after about 20 minutes of tossing and turning and doing something quiet in another room until you feel sleepy can sometimes help break the cycle of frustration. Napping can be beneficial, but long or late afternoon naps might interfere with nighttime sleep for some. Prioritizing sleep isn't about forcing yourself to sleep for a certain number of hours. It's about creating the conditions that allow for restful sleep and respecting your body's need for it. Those who thrive late in life understand that sleep is not a luxury, but a fundamental pillar of good health, just as important as diet and exercise. It's during those quiet hours that the body rebuilds and prepares itself for another day, contributing significantly to long-term vitality. Beyond the physical care of diet, movement, and rest, and the crucial element of social connection, our internal landscape plays a massive role in how we age. The fifth habit frequently observed in people who live long, fulfilling lives is that they manage stress effectively. Let's be honest. Life doesn't suddenly become stress-free when you reach a certain age. There can be worries about health, finances, family members, loss of loved ones, or adapting to new life stages like retirement. Chronic stress, regardless of the source, is a major health drain. It floods your body with stress hormones like cortisol, which, over time, can contribute to a host of problems: high blood pressure, weakened immune system, digestive issues, anxiety, depression, and difficulty sleeping. These are all factors that can shorten lifespan and significantly reduce quality of life. People who navigate life successfully into their 90s haven't necessarily eliminated stress from their lives. That's impossible. But they have developed healthy ways to cope with it. They have strategies to help them bounce back from challenges and maintain a sense of calm amidst the storm. This isn't about ignoring problems. It's about developing resilience and preventing stress from becoming a constant, toxic presence in their bodies and minds. So, what does effective stress management look like in practice? It's very personal, as what works for one person might not work for another. However, some common practices include incorporating relaxation techniques into their daily or weekly routine. This could be something as simple as practicing deep breathing exercises for a few minutes each day, just inhaling slowly and deeply through your nose, holding for a moment, and exhaling slowly through your mouth. Regular physical activity, which we talked about earlier, is also a powerful stress reliever. It releases endorphins, which have mood-boosting effects. Spending time in nature has been shown to reduce stress levels. A walk in a park, sitting by a lake, or just tending to your garden can be incredibly calming. Engaging in hobbies you enjoy is another excellent way to de-stress. Whether it's painting, knitting, playing a musical instrument, or woodworking, these activities can help you focus your mind on something enjoyable and distracting from worries. Mindfulness and meditation practices, even just for a few minutes a day, can help you become more aware of your thoughts and feelings without being overwhelmed by them. Fostering a greater sense of peace. Talking about your worries with a trusted friend, family member, or a therapist can also be incredibly helpful. People who manage stress well often have a sense of perspective. They can distinguish between things they can control and things they cannot, and they focus their energy on the former while finding ways to accept the latter. They don't let small worries snowball into overwhelming anxiety. Cultivating a positive outlook, focusing on gratitude for what they have rather than dwelling on what's missing, is also a powerful stress buffer. The habit of finding ways to manage stress isn't just about feeling better mentally. It has tangible, protective effects on the physical body, contributing significantly to a longer, healthier life. Finally, as we round out our look at these 6 revealing habits, we come to one that speaks to the very essence of a vibrant later life, beyond just the physical and social. The 6th habit, common among those living well into their 90s, is that they maintain a strong sense of purpose. For many, retirement or children leaving home can sometimes lead to a feeling of being adrift. of lacking the structure and goals that work or raising a family once provided. This lack of purpose can be incredibly detrimental, leading to feelings of emptiness, apathy, and even contributing to a faster decline. On the other hand, having something that motivates you, something to look forward to, something that makes you feel useful or engaged, is a powerful driver of well-being and longevity. A sense of purpose doesn't have to be grand or world-changing. For someone in their 90s, it could be as simple as tending to their plants each day, making sure their pet is cared for, helping a neighbor, pursuing a long-held hobby, or staying involved with family activities. It's about having a reason to get up in the morning, a feeling that your time and energy are being used in a meaningful way. Whatever that means to you, people who live long, healthy lives haven't checked out. They remain engaged with life. They continue to learn, to contribute, and to find things that interest and motivate them. How do you nurture this sense of purpose? It often involves looking inward and outward. Inwardly, it might mean reflecting on what truly matters to you. What brings you joy? What you feel is important. Outwardly, it involves finding ways to put that into action. This could be reconnecting with past passions that you didn't have time for during your working years. Perhaps you always wanted to paint, play a musical instrument, write, or learn a new language. Now is the perfect time. It could involve sharing your skills and experience with others, mentoring younger people, volunteering for a cause you believe in, or teaching a class. It could be focusing on being the best grandparent you can be, actively involved in your grandchildren's lives. It could be pursuing a new interest, like joining a community college class or a local history group. Setting small, achievable goals can also help. Maybe learning a new skill online, completing a creative project, or organizing a family gathering. The key is to avoid falling into a routine of just passing the time. Those who thrive actively seek out ways to feel useful, challenged, and connected to something larger than themselves. This sense of purpose provides direction, motivation, and a powerful reason to maintain the other healthy habits we've discussed. It's a vital ingredient in the recipe for a long, vibrant life. So, we've talked about moving your body daily, nourishing yourself with whole foods, staying connected with others, prioritizing quality sleep, managing stress effectively, and nurturing a sense of purpose. 6 seemingly simple habits. Right. But here's where the surprise comes in. The thing that might truly open your eyes, it's not just about doing 1 or 2 of these things. It's the combination of these habits, the way they interlock and support each other. That creates the powerful synergy linked to exceptional longevity and well-being. Moving your body helps you sleep better and manage stress. Eating well gives you energy to move and think clearly. Staying connected provides emotional support, which reduces stress and motivates you to stay active. Getting good sleep improves your mood and cognitive function, making it easier to maintain social ties and pursue your purpose. Managing stress protects your physical health and helps you make healthier choices in all these areas. And having a strong sense of purpose provides the motivation to keep nurturing all the other habits, giving you a compelling reason to eat well, stay active, connect, rest, and find calm. Living past 90 isn't just about genetics. It's often the cumulative result of these consistent, simple choices made over time. It's about building a lifestyle that supports long-term health and happiness. And the truly empowering part, it's never too late to start. You don't have to implement all 6 habits perfectly overnight. Choose 1 or 2 to focus on first. Make small, manageable changes, and build from there. Even small steps can make a significant difference in how you feel today and how well you live in the years to come. The painful reality we mentioned at the beginning, the fear of inevitable decline, doesn't have to be your story. By embracing these habits, you're not just adding years to your life, you're adding life to your years. You're investing in your ability to remain independent, vibrant, and engaged with the world around you. Think about which of these habits you're already doing well. Celebrate those now. Consider which 1 or 2 you could focus on improving. Maybe just a little bit. What feels most accessible to you right now? Start there. Small changes are sustainable changes. This journey isn't about perfection. It's about progress and persistence. It's about showing up for yourself, day after day, with kindness and commitment. These habits aren't a guarantee, of course, but they stack the odds heavily in your favor. They are the secret, hidden in plain sight, to not just living longer, but living a life rich in energy, connection, and purpose, potentially well into your 90s and beyond. What habits are you already practicing? Are there any you're planning to start? Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Your insights might inspire someone else. If you found this video helpful or encouraging, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps us reach more people who could benefit from this information. And if you haven't already, consider subscribing to our channel for more tips and ideas on living your best life at every age. Remember, the journey to a long, vibrant life is built one small, consistent habit at a time. Keep moving, keep connecting, keep learning, and keep finding joy in each day. Live your best life at every age.